Hey guys, it's Baldy. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we just found out that wipe is actually happening tomorrow. Super excited. I'm trying to get this out for you as soon as possible. It is June 28th. I really wanted to make a proper loadout for you guys for the beginning of a wipe. So this is more for like beginners, for people who are brand new to the game. And I wanted to just show you guys what my favorite weapons are and how to use them. And as always, if you like this video, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe. It'll mean the world to me and it helps me get out there into the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate it, guys. And if you're curious about which weapons you want to use or anything like that, you can actually go down to the chapters down below and then fast forward or rewind from there on what you want to see. Okay, guys? Hop to it. All right, first things first, if you're a USEC, you're going to get the M4A1. This is an okay weapon. It's not the greatest, honestly, not my favorite. Not until mid to late wipe. I'm still going to use it because I typically don't care if I die and lose this weapon. I really don't. We're going to mod it a little bit so you get a sight on there and have a little better picture profile when you aim down sight, all right? First thing you're going to want to do, guys, is go ahead, left control, and click on the charging handle right here, and it'll automatically take it off. Or if you want, you could just go ahead and drag. The next item would be the M4 front sight. Drag that off, and there you go. Now, first thing you want to do to add on to this gun, because it's red now, we can't use it, is going to be the Daniel Defense MK12 low profile gas block. With this thing, you get it from Mechanic, slap it on there, and then next thing you're going to do is get a sight. What I like to do is go to Prepper, and you can get the Cobra sight right here. And then also, for a few thousand more rubles, you can get for 3 ergonomics, which will really help this gun, is going to be the Cobra sight shade. All you're going to do is throw it on there, throw it on the gun like that, and there you go. Now it works. The other thing you can do too is get the MRS. The Walther MRS is another sight that you can use for your rifles and stuff. I personally don't like it too much. I would rather stick with the Cobra, but the option's there. You can get this one from Skier, okay? We're going to skip the AK platforms and go to the pistols, okay? Now, the pistols that you get is the M9A3 if you're a USEC and the Glock if you are a bear. So what I like to do, because a lot of the times the maps are hoarded with players, I like to actually go at night. I have a knowledge of the map, and if you do too, I recommend going at night. What you can do is go ahead and slap a flashlight onto your pistol and then take on those tasks at night. And that's what I would do, honestly. Now, if you're not sure what the introduction quest is, I'm going to leave a little corner thing above. You can click on it and it'll bring you to that mission. But I would recommend finish watching the rest of this video first, okay? All right, so moving on to pistols, you're going to have the M9A3, okay? M9A3 is going to be for USEC, and the Glock is going to be for bears, okay? So the upside of being a USEC is that when you use the pistols, there's already mount for your flashlights built into the weapon. So all you really have to do is pick your favorite flashlight. Now, 2 of my favorite flashlights you can actually use are both from Mechanic, the Surefire Tactical Flashlight and the Glock GTL-21 flashlight. The GTL-21 has a built-in laser with it. So, I mean, it honestly doesn't really matter. You're going to be using this more for night raids, so don't really worry about the laser. The XC1 is actually cheaper by like $2 so I would probably just go ahead with that. The cool thing about being a USEC though is that it already comes with a mount built into the weapon, so all you have to do is literally just slap it on there and you're good to go. Now, in order to use the Glock, you're going to have to go to Skier. When you go to Skier, you're going to buy the MP443 Glock B8 mount. You're going to slap it on there and then put your flashlight on the gun there. And then you go ahead at night and then you just go ahead and kill scavs or do any tasks that you need to do, okay? All right, guys, moving on to the Bears main assault rifle. We've already went over the main assault rifle for the USEC. Now we're going to go over the main assault rifle that you get for Bears. Now, the issue with Bears, though, is that they're pretty cool because a lot of the things we're going to talk about right now follows along with a lot of the AK platforms, okay? So for the AK-74M, this is the first rifle that you're going to get when you're starting off. It is a 5.45 by 39 round. It's not very... It's okay. It's good for beginning of the wipe. It's okay. But the cool part is that you already have a lot of the items that you need. You don't need much more than this. All you're going to do is come here, take off this AK-74M rear sight, the GB20, take off the AK dust cover, and then after that, you're going to take off the polymer handguard and take that off, okay? First thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and go to Prepper, pick up the GP25 accessory kit recoil pad, butt pad for your stock, slap it on there, and you're good to go. Next thing you're going to want to do is go to Skier and pick up these items here. And again, this is going to be used for majority of the AK platforms in the beginning. All right, I personally like the Zenit BT handguard because it does come with a rail, so I will go ahead and pick that. You're going to slap it on there. The Bastion dust cover is really good. It comes with rails here, so you can put optics on there, slap that on there, and you can pick up whatever sight you you want, like the MRS or the Cobra, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna slap on the MRS here for this presentation. Next thing you're gonna want to do is go to Skier and pick up the Zenit RP1 charging handle. It's gonna add on an extra ergo. It's really cheap. Just slap it on there. Next thing you're gonna want to do is pick up the RK6 tactical foregrip. The RK6 is gonna bring up 5 ergonomics for a very, very low price, and it's gonna be able to keep your gun nice and steady for you. Okay, I would recommend firing this in semi-auto because it's, even with all these attachments, the kick is still relatively high. Okay, now that we're done with the weapons that we normally get in our stash when we first do a new wipe, we're gonna go off with the items that you can actually buy from traders. And then these are my 2 favorite weapons. I have a list of my few favorite weapons here that I'm only gonna talk about in this video, but for sure it has to be the VPO 209 and the VPO 136. Now the difference between these two, they look the same, they're both AK platforms, is that the VPO 209 shoots a 366 TKM round. This is the second most powerful round for this weapon type here, okay? You're gonna use this weapon more as a DMR. You're not gonna use it as a spray and pray because you can't do that with a VPO. Single fire weapon in general, you're gonna use it, and it's gonna be good because most of the builds that we're gonna use are for single fire action. The recoil control on these weapons aren't very good in the beginning of the wipe. So I would recommend going the EKO. This thing punches through level 3 armor with no problem at all. It has some struggles with level 4, but it's early wipe. Majority of the people are not gonna be running level 4 or higher, okay? So you should be fine there. Now the VPO 136 is another weapon that you can use. It fires a 7.62 by 39 round. It also goes through level 3 armor like no problem. So you can also use this one too. It's not an issue at all. The main reason why I like the VPO is because you can put a suppressor on it, and that's the next thing we're gonna move to is the suppressor builds for this VPO. Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna make the VPO the exact same way we made the AK-74M. Okay. The only difference is that when you come here to the VPO, all you're gonna do is click on it. Go ahead and take the thread protector off, and then just go ahead and slap on the suppressor on that gun, and then you are good to go. Now we're gonna do the same thing for the long distance build. However, this time you're gonna go ahead and go to Jaeger, grab the UTG 25mm ring scope mount, throw it on there, and then buy the Palad 4x32 rifle scope. Okay, this next weapon, I have no idea why I like it so much, but I've used this weapon last wipe from early all the way to mid to late wipe. I don't know why. It's probably one of my favorite guns. No clue why. I know it's because it's cheap. That helps out a lot, but besides that, I just like the way it feels in my hands. Okay, in order to use this gun, you're gonna want to buy it from Jaeger. Now you can use this 3 ways. You can use it bare bones, just how it is. The next option is gonna use it with a sight, and the third option to use it is long range. Okay, and let me explain a few things here. A lot of people don't like the OPSKS because of the sight. Kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. But if you're decently well, what you can do is take off the SKS rear sight, and you're gonna have a much better picture profile. Not by much, but it does help, especially if you're trying to save rubles. Okay. The next option is going to be to buy from Prapper the reflex sight, but it's the one with the dovetail, this little dovetail right here. So it's this longer piece right here. Okay, throw it on there. You can also buy the shader too. The shader works on it, and that's all you kind of need. The next option you're going to want to use is the PSO1 sight. Now the PSO sight, you just got to go ahead and slap it on there because there's a dovetail mount on there, and it's going to work beautifully. It is a 4x sight, so it does reach out there pretty far. The only downside though that I've had about this gun is close quarters. You can't put a laser on it. It's only 10 rounds, so you're probably gonna die. That's the only issue about the SKS, is when it's close quarters. There's not much you can do about it. So the SKS doesn't have any magazines in it. The one that it comes with is an internal mag, so you can't remove it and put a new one in. There are later on down the road options to switch mags out, but for beginning wipe, that's not an option for you. Make sure the rounds are in your pocket and go ahead and top feed it, okay? And that's it. All right, so for this next weapon, we're actually gonna discuss the double barrel shotgun. You can get the double barrel shotgun and with the express block from Jaeger. The reason why I'm going to be using this gun is to hunt scavs. Okay, so this weapon is only 8,000 rubles to buy. Very, very, very cheap compared to other guns in the game. I believe like the SKS is like 20 or 30 grand, so this is very, very cheap. The downside to it though is that it only shoots 2 shells. If you miss your hits, you're basically done. You're screwed. Unless if you're going against scav, maybe you can hide behind cover, reload, or unless if you're god tier, you know, with your gaming skills, you might be able to pull it off, some miss shots, but you don't want to miss. Now, the reason why I say this is great for hunting scavs is because most scavs don't wear armor, or they wear little to no armor, okay? Plus, it doesn't even matter if they're wearing level 5 armor. All you have to do is aim for the legs. That's all you got to do. You're going to black them out. Even against PMCs, if you shoot these guys in the legs, or they're wearing no armor at all, you're going to kill them and destroy them instantly. And that is going to be it. All right, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, Wipe is coming tomorrow, and it's going to be coming June 29th, 2022. Super excited for it. I'm going to try to get it out for you guys today. And then you're probably not going to be able to see it because I have like 6 subscribers. So anybody who is subscribed, appreciate it if you guys are watching this. And then hopefully maybe on later down the road, other people will watch this video. But until then, guys, that's basically it for me. I want to be live tomorrow on Twitch. Go ahead and follow me there, and I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Peace.